Christian CYInterview covering Las Vegas and the world. We're continuing our road to WrestleMania here in Las Vegas. I can't believe it's been 25 years since I've known our next guest. Of course, Jake the Snake Roberts is back with us. I probably have had more conversations with Jake the Snake Roberts than any other pro wrestler, and he's been a very big part of my life, and I'm glad that he's back here with us on CYInterview. From April 17th to April 20th, he'll be at WrestleCon at the Westgate Las Vegas Hotel and Casino during WrestleMania week. He's also going to be hosting a watch party on the second night of WrestleMania on April 20th at the Plaza Hotel and Casino. Jake, thanks so much for joining me again on CYInterview. How are you, sir? It's so good to see you.
It's awesome to see you, man. It has been a while. But looking forward to Vegas, man.
Well, here's my question to you. Let's just start off by saying this. You're going to be 70 in a few months, and I believe you're now at a point in your life where you probably have found more peace within yourself than at any other point in your life. So tell me about being an absolute survivor and inspiration to people, because you absolutely are.
Well, it was a long road, and a road that I never thought I would go down. I didn't think I'd ever be sober. But 12 years ago, I started my journey, and it continues. And being sober is such a damn treat. I mean, all the turmoil is gone, all the drama is gone, and it's just wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. I've reestablished my relationships with people and with family. We're gonna have a 70th birthday party in June for me. Is my birthday? I'll be in Birmingham, Alabama, so that's no good. I don't want to party there. But the end of June, we're going to have a little get-together and go fishing and have a little fun. Maybe some fireworks.
How is your health today?
It's up and down. You know, COPD is a monster. And I've got it. I've also got emphysema. So I have to keep an eye on that and work with it. Don't do anything stupid. And just take care of myself. You know, instead of just running towards the light, now I walk. And I get there, but it just takes me a while.
So now tell me about coming back to Las Vegas in a few weeks. You're going to be at WrestleCon for 4 days. What is it still like to meet the fans at these conventions? That's going to be at the Westgate Las Vegas Hotel and Casino. Let's start with that.
I love it. I love meeting the fans and talking to them and hearing their experiences and watching their eyes light up whenever I start to talk to them. It's an awesome feeling. I really enjoy it.
Have you ever hosted a watch party, which you're going to be doing on April 20th at the Plaza Hotel and Casino? Jake, hosting a WrestleMania watch party seems like a first, no?
It is a first, but I don't see a problem with it.
What do you have any good memories in Las Vegas?
Sure, I lived there for a few years. A lot of good restaurants in Las Vegas. A lot of fabulous restaurants in Las Vegas. So I liked Vegas, man, but it was just, for me, it was a situation where every week I was traveling to the East Coast. So it was 4 or 5 hour flight to go to work. Then you'd work and then you have 4 or 5 hours back. So basically I was spending a day and a half and traveling every week. And it just got to be too much. If not, I'd still be there.
Makes sense. So, reflecting upon that, I got to see you in 2017, which was when our last interview was, when you were here in Las Vegas. So I want to take everybody down a memory lane very quickly. I go back with Jake 25 years ago when I was interviewing wrestlers, doing podcasting, and I found him in England at that point. And then, of course, we reconnected when I was at the University of Florida for 2 years, getting a broadcast journalism degree. And Jake even went to my college graduation. And I just have to tell you, during those times, and past, present, and whatever, you've been a big part of my life. And so grateful that you're here, still grateful that you're still here. And I always thank you for everything that I learned from you and you taught me. And you really made me understand things about life that I couldn't understand. And I'm so grateful that you're here with me today.
Well, I appreciate that, Chris. I mean, it means a lot to me to have a relationship like ours, and away from wrestling, just a relationship with a young man that I look up to.
Well, it means a lot always coming from you. So speaking about that, why don't we talk about, with sobriety for the last 11 to 12 years, talk about these relationships with your sons, your daughters, what it's like and what joy it brings you. Because you really showed that in the A&E biography from a couple of years ago.
Yeah. It's just been a blessing that goes beyond all explanation. For so long I was alone, so desperate. And to reconnect and to start that relationship over and to build relationships with my grandchildren. That's been fun. Both of my daughters have worked for me for a while, and it's just been good. Life is so good to me right now, man. It seems like I keep waiting for the bubble to burst, but maybe it won't.
I don't think so. The reality of what it comes down to is, and I personally say this, there are so many people who are always rooting for you through all those years prior to your sobriety. And now there's more even rooting for you now than ever, because you've made a positive impact on so many people and show people that it's never too late to change your life. And I think that's what you have to learn more than anything else from your story. So my question to you is that what do you reflect upon now, still being here? So many of your fellow colleagues in pro wrestling did not make it and haven't made it as far as you have, but here you still are. And I think it's wonderful, and I'm so glad you're here, and it makes me happy, and I know so many other people happy as well.
Well, it's been a tough road. I'm not going to joke with you, man. It's been real tough. Back in 15 years ago, man, I was a mess. I was a mess. But 12 years ago, I started that road to sobriety and got results immediately. I started feeling things again, which was different. I started tasting things again, smelling things again, hearing things again. All these things started coming back to me that I thought were lost. And to have all that come back to me has just been phenomenal.
So then I want to ask you a few random wrestling questions that I've never had a chance to ask you in all the conversations we've had over the last 20 plus years. First one I want to ask you about, this is going to be just kind of very random. In so many podcasts in wrestling over the years, people have talked about, as far as real legitimate tough fighters, guys you wouldn't want to mess with in real life who are pro wrestlers.
Right.
Haku always comes up. Do you have a Haku story? Is he the toughest guy in any wrestling locker room you wouldn't want to mess with, or are there others?
He's absolutely number one, without a doubt. I've been around him when he's done some pretty crazy things, man. I watched him bite a guy's nose off in a bar. Bit the nose completely off. Yeah. I watched him body slam a policeman in Montreal on the concrete. He's something else, man.
Moving forward, another one I want to ask you about in your biography, what did it feel like to have people like Bret Hart and Hulk Hogan and The Undertaker, among others, just put you over and talk about how wonderful you were? I think the Bret Hart stuff about how he was so just envious of how you could do your promos and your mic work. I thought that was just such a wonderful and nice compliment.
It is a great compliment, man. I do appreciate it. I just did an interview with Undertaker, and he expressed his feelings towards me, and it just blew me away, man. I just did not know. You know, I'm just doing what I do. I'm not doing anything special towards anybody. I'm not digging something out of the closet that I haven't used before. This is me. This is me. What I give you is what you get. And hopefully it'll taste good.
Well, here's what I would say. There are three things to begin. Number one, you had an impact on Diamond Dallas Page. Number two, you had an impact on Steve Austin, because without you, Austin 316 and the Attitude Era boom probably doesn't begin. At least a shit ton of merchandising, right? And then, of course, number three, of course, is The Undertaker. I mean, think back to WrestleMania 8, how young he was when you guys were in the ring together. That was the beginning of his career, and there you were. I mean, it was one of those great epic contests, you know, more than 30 years ago. I mean, these are, you know, three of the other guys who just came right after you, you know what I'm saying? And look what happened to their careers, and it was all, you had a big impact on all of them.
I did, man, and again, I wasn't doing anything special. I was just doing what I do, you know, and they picked up on it. You know, especially Undertaker. He really picked up on it. I spent a lot of time with him, not only in the ring, but outside the ring, driving down the roads. Other places, too, that I will not mention, but anyway. Yeah.
So reflecting upon that, I hope you guys get to see each other when you're both here in Las Vegas in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I hope so.
Come over to the convention and we'll absolutely see you at the Westgate. So moving forward, I want to ask you a couple more from the biography. Andre the Giant was scared of your snakes. Was anyone more scared of your snakes than Andre the Giant?
Yeah, Kamala. Kamala was terrified of it.
James Harris was a nice man.
Yes,
A wonderful, nice man from Mississippi, no denying that. Okay, moving forward, so let's focus on some things today. What are your thoughts on where professional wrestling is today?
I think it's in a good spot. I mean, you got a healthy competition going on between the WWE and AEW. I think they both do a lot of good stuff. I work for AEW, so there we go.
And then let me ask you about this question I've never asked you. It seems like a normal one that probably a lot have ever asked you, but favorite opponent in the ring or opponents in the rings, who are the guys that were just a joy to work with?
DiBiase was a joy. Steamboat was a joy. Lynn Denton, the grappler from old school, he was a joy. Ronnie Garvin, tough as friggin' nails, man. And he would light me up.
Focusing back one more on the WWE biography, when you were done with that and you watched the finished project, did you feel like that you closed the book on the toughest chapter of your life forever, and now you're in a new point in your life? Did it feel like that?
There's so much more I could have done, but my problems kept me from doing them, and many regrets when it comes to that. But at this point in my life, I've accepted what I've done, and I'm good with it.
So talk about your life today. What do you do to help others? Do you try to help others get sober as well? Is that something you do ongoing? Like what does Jake's daily life consist of these days?
Well, I read a lot of emails, people reaching out, and I try to help those that are serious about where they want to be and what they're doing. I'm playing around with a hot rod Me and Steamboat, we both love fast cars. Steamboat's got me. He's got a faster car than I do, but I went different. He's got a Mustang that's just crazy fast, 1,000 horsepower, which is monster number. And I've got a 65 sedan DeVille convertible that I play with. And I've got over 800 horsepower in it. And it's my toy and my joy. I love firing that thing up and hearing it rumble and burning some tires off of it. And it's a good time. And I go fishing. Try to go fishing a little bit less than I really want to, but I'm getting it in. I'm getting ready to go again in July. I believe Len Denton's going to be on that trip with me. I've asked Hacksaw to be with me. Yeah, good times.
So here's my question to you at this point in time. You've had the WWE biographies. You're in the WWE Hall of Fame. You do the fan convention circuit now. You'll be here in Las Vegas again in 2 weeks at WrestleCon and, of course, at the Plaza Hotel and Casino for various events. What do you hope fans define as your contributions to the sport of pro wrestling?
Well, I think they just got to watch it and see it and judge it for themselves. You know, my career. And watch it develop, watch it change, watch it move in different directions. You know, 1986, when it all really got started, and then in the 90s when it was finishing up, a lot of changes. And then look at those that I influenced, that I had influence over, and what their career did. Just ask them, don't ask me.
Okay, couple more. Last two. Favorite Andre the Giant story?
He knocked me down and sat on me and farted. That fart lasted for about 30 seconds. I've never heard anything like it.
I can imagine. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you were also his personal driver at one point or another as well, right?
Yeah, back way before I even started, I was refereeing. I drove him a few days, and it was quite the experience. His intake on alcohol was just insane. You know, he can drink 2 cases of beer, no problem.
Message to your fans?
Excuse me?
Message to your fans?
Enjoy wrestling. Learn from my mistakes. And love your family.
I think that's well said. Final question. The moment that you ended up in the WWE Hall of Fame, what did that mean to you?
It meant a lot. It meant a lot. You know, it meant that the road finally had an end. Because up until then, there was no end. I was still searching.
Jake the Snake Roberts will be here in Las Vegas April 17th to the 20th at WrestleCon at the Westgate Las Vegas Hotel and Casino. You can see him every single day there with a bunch of other pro wrestling personalities. On April 20th at the Plaza Hotel and Casino, he will host a Night 2, WrestleMania Night 2 watch party at the Plaza Hotel and Casino in downtown Las Vegas, of course, near the Fremont Street Experience. Jake Roberts, as always, it's so great to see you, 25 years in the making. Thanks for being there for some of the most important moments of my life, and thank you for joining us today on CYInterview. Anything you'd like to add in closing?
Spread some love out there, man.
Oh, I do, and I will. And after this conversation, we'll talk about love. Thank you so much for joining me today.
All right, bro.